Great. Nick, we spoke just briefly yesterday. Kind of gave me an idea as to. Oh, sorry. Okay. I made that same mistake when I came in. Man, we spoke briefly last time. And you gave me a little bit of an idea about what you wanted to talk about in your speech and some of the things that you wanted me to look for. And here's what I told you, and I wanted to make sure that you understood that this was my perception of your speech, and it has just nothing to do with anything that is right or wrong. It's just the way I saw it. So this is what I saw. You came out and you stood in front of the audience and you looked pretty comfortable. The content of your speech I liked. You started with where you grew up in Texas and how you wanted to get out of Texas, so coming to Kansas and going to KU, best thing in your life because you met your wife there, and then going back to Texas for your first job. I liked how you were able to include some humor in that, so working at Texas Instruments and never touching the TI calculator. It's pretty fascinating. And then how that evolved into really the purpose of your speech, which was to conquer the fear of joining Toastmasters. I liked how you used your adventure of parasailing as the metaphor for Toastmasters, and then how you added humor in that aspect of your speech when you realized at 300 or 400 feet that you were afraid of heights. So it's a little late then at that point. And then again, how you used humor in just the comment of after finishing grad school, which is an arduous task, then to go to the happiest place on earth, Disney. A couple of things that I noticed from you as a presenter. You started out with your hand gestures, and they were good hand gestures, but you were kind of in tight, which I thought was probably because of nervousness, first time in front of the crowd and whatnot. But as you got a little more comfortable, I felt that you were stretching out of it a little bit more, and I especially liked how you hung your arms like this to describe how your feet were dangling. It was a good illustration. The other thing that I thought that would be real helpful to your speech is your vocal variety. So I think for most of the speech it was pretty flat, and there were some times when you could use your voice to create good anticipation in the speech. So when you talked specifically about the parasailing and then the realization that you were afraid of heights, you could have, we were going higher and higher and higher. So those are a couple of things that I think you should work on. But overall, it was a really good speech, and I look forward to seeing some other ones. Thank you.